Something really important happens in this teaser, and it isn't the Fantastic Four ship. Wakanda isn't posturing, Talokan isn't threatening, no one is gearing up for a victory lap. They're evacuating. And when Wakanda evacuates, it tells you exactly what kind of threat they are facing. This isn't a teaser designed to hype you up. It's a teaser designed to inform you. Marvel isn't saying, look how cool this is. They're saying, pay attention to who's standing where and why. And once you start reading it that way, the entire thing changes. Let's start with Shuri. She says explicitly she is not the king, and that matters. In Wakanda language, the king is spiritual. The king prepares the people for what comes after. Shuri doesn't do that. She defines her role as something else entirely. Action, protection, intervention. This isn't Marvel turning her into T'Challa. They are being very clear that she is not him, and even visually, they've reinforced it. T'Challa once said he preferred simplicity, and his suit reflected that. Functional, restrained, almost humble. Shuri's suit is different. It's shinier, more expressive. It wants to be seen. That's not ego, that's intent. This is a scientist, a tactician, stepping into visibility because she expects confrontation. And Marvel has already told us where she lands in the hierarchy. She didn't just survive Namor. She defeated him through precision and restraint, and forced him to recognize her authority. Shuri also says she's lost everyone she loves, and some people have taken that very literally. But that line isn't about lineage, it's about proximity. There is an heir. He is alive, protected, and deliberately removed from this world of conflict. And that's the point. Shuri isn't mourning the future. She's mourning everyone who anchored her in the present. That's trauma language, not coldness. Now look at who the Fantastic Four chose to show us. Not Reed, not Sue, not Johnny, Ben Grimm. And Ben doesn't posture. He doesn't flex. He doesn't reassure anyone anything's under control. He just stands there. That's not superhero language. That is disaster language. And the craft they're boarding doesn't look like an attack vehicle. It looks like a lifeboat. And you don't build lifeboats when you plan to win a fight. You build them when survival is the goal. And the absence here matters just as much as the presence. Sue Storm isn't historically the one you send to threaten. She's the one you send to speak. A diplomat. An intermediary. Someone who has prevented wars, not won them. If Wakanda and Talokan are involved, two cultures that respond badly to domination, diplomacy doesn't happen on the battlefield. It happens before cameras roll. And yes, Namor and his people are here too. Not as enemies, not as conquerors. They're standing with Wakanda. The environment they're in looks like it was once underwater. The structure they're facing looks religious, ancient, mourned. This doesn't read like preparation for war. It reads like shared loss. And remember, Namor killed Shuri's mother. So if they're standing side by side now, it's not because wounds healed. It's because something worse has entered the equation. If Namor is cooperating instead of posturing, that tells you the threat exceeds the kind of conflict he thrives on. Marvel isn't hiding what's coming. They're teaching us how to read it. Who handles force, who handles power, who handles diplomacy, and who prepares for survival instead of victory. This isn't hype, it's pattern language. And if this kind of pattern-based breakdown is what you're here for, you're in the right place. I'm Dave Lance, and this has been The Symbiote Signal, decoding the MCU through patterns and logic. I'll see you in the next one.